Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
1 year later, a day of reflection in Washington as we mark 1 year since protesters stormed the Capitol. Sean.
Detroit police and federal partners take 7,800 guns off the street in 2021. We've got important crime stats you need to know.
But we're going to begin with a dire warning from Beaumont Health. It says healthcare is at a breaking point as people with COVID flood the system. This weekend, Beaumont is taking out full-page ads in local newspapers saying it needs help and it needs it right now.
Here's a look at that ad. It simply says, "We're at a breaking point." Nick Monticelli is live at Troy Beaumont tonight. Nick, at a breaking point, what does that really mean?
Yeah, that's something we asked them this afternoon. Kimberly, good evening to you. They say a breaking point means that things are not good for the rest of the community. It means that they have to scale back on non-emergency situations. That means that if somebody really needs help and it gets to the point, they might have to turn patients away.
You can rest your arm down.
Today, Beaumont Health is sounding the alarm again, saying the situation has reached a breaking point.
But we want to tell the community that we are really at a point where it's the worst it's ever been.
New numbers show Beaumont has 750 patients with COVID. 36 of them are under 18, 65% are unvaccinated, and 430 Beaumont employees are out with COVID. So, what does a breaking point look like? Leaders say first they scale back on everything that's not an emergency.
But what we really have to do is restrict the inpatient surgery, because unless it's a trauma or cancer or something that has to be done, we don't want to bring patients in and use a hospital bed that may be needed for a COVID patient or for acute care.
And they cannot take any transfers. For example, if there's a bad car accident and the closest hospital isn't a trauma center,
they have to transfer that patient someplace for the best possible care. And it's heartbreaking then when we say we can't take it now because we don't have the resources.
And there's a mental breaking point too.
I think many of us are at a breaking point right now. We really just want people to take care of themselves, get vaccinated, mask up, do all the things that I've talked about over and over again.
And what's unfortunate is that those who are contributing to the issues here, those who don't want to get vaccinated, getting COVID, coming up in the hospitals, they say that they're contributing to that mental breakdown of the staff. And then, Kimberly, what happens is they either are getting COVID and are out because of that, or they're burnt out and they leave because of that as well. And also, I hope you're sitting down, Kim. The doctors pointed out that that mental breakout is also because of the fact that we are now in our third January dealing with COVID.
You're exactly right, Nick, and I would imagine Beaumont is not alone in this. What are the other hospitals in the area saying?
No, similar numbers from Henry Ford, about 680 staff out because of this. Michigan health system saying they've got 500 out. So the burnout is real. The breaking point is almost the same at every hospital.
Yeah, we need to help. Everybody does. Okay, Nick, we appreciate it.
It's been 1 year since the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol, and President Biden marked the occasion by delivering his most direct speech yet, laying blame for that attack squarely on former President Trump. It was the first event in a day of ceremonies, remembrances, and reflections for the lawmakers and staff who were there that day. Chris Pallone with the story tonight from Washington.
For nearly a year, President Biden has largely avoided talking about former President Donald Trump. Today, as Congress paused to remember the Capitol siege a year ago, that all changed. In a day of solemn remembrances at the Capitol,
the pain and scars from that day run deep.
President Biden used his sharpest language so far, putting direct blame for the deadly insurrection that happened there 1 year ago on his predecessor, who continues to falsely claim the 2020 election was fraudulent.
Here's the truth. The former President of the United States of America has created and spread a web of lies about the 2020 election.
The president spoke in Statuary Hall, which was filled a year ago with supporters of former President Trump who clashed with police, broke in, and tried to stop the certification of Biden's election victory.
This wasn't a group of tourists. This was an armed insurrection.
We commend our spirits of fear, anger, and uncertainty.
Later, lawmakers prayed, held a moment of silence, and remembered the police officers who died in the attack's aftermath.
Because of them, Congress was able to defeat the insurrection.
Most Republicans skipped the commemorations, but former Vice President Dick Cheney visited the House floor with his daughter Liz, who is one of 2 Republicans on the committee investigating the January 6th attack.
Unfortunately, too many in my own party are embracing that former president, are looking the other way, are minimizing the danger.
In one of several falsehood-laden statements he issued Thursday, former President Trump called the day's events political theater.
I will stand in this breach. I will defend this nation. And I will allow no one to place a dagger at the throat of democracy.
Ramping up his rhetoric, the president made clear he believes the threat from the insurrection and those who supported it remains serious even today. More than 700 people have been arrested and charged for their roles in the Capitol attack. The Attorney General said yesterday the investigation will go where the facts lead. In Washington, Chris Pallone, Local 4.
All right, Chris. And tonight on NBC Nightly News, Lester interviews New Jersey Rep. Andy Kim. He was photographed gathering trash after the attack last year. Why he says walking back into the chamber was one of the most powerful moments of his career. And just wait until you find out what happened to that blue suit he was wearing that day. It was an early dismissal for students at Taylor High School today after a threatening note is found.
School officials say the note was found in a bathroom. The school was placed on lockdown. Police later determined it was safe to dismiss students while they investigate. All activities scheduled for tonight are canceled just as a precaution. Classes are set to resume tomorrow. All right, the snow's been flying today, but so far really nothing significant.
No, so far it's just a pretty snow that's not causing any problems, which is the kind we like. Paul, what's going on? What's the latest for tonight?
Yeah, where was this stuff around Christmas when we really needed it? I mean, I'll tell you what. But right now we're seeing a little less integrity to the snow pattern than what we saw over the past couple of hours, so that's good news. And I think that's going to continue through the night. Now, there still could be some extension to this band to the west, so we're not out of the woods for some snow yet this evening, but it will be in a diminishing trend as we move through the evening. And by the time we wake up tomorrow morning, we'll actually have some sunshine around, but it's going to be cold. Look at right now, upper teens to low 20s, and the wind chills in many areas are actually in the single digits to the low teens. You can see it's up to 17 there now over in Port Huron. So moving through the evening hours, the snow is going to gradually taper down, and the temperatures with the cloud cover around slow to fall. So kind of where we are now, maybe it detract a couple of degrees from that. But then as we get toward morning with the breaks in the overcast, temperatures will drop much quicker. So we'll talk about that and your weekend forecast coming up in just a few minutes, as well as one of our favorite games. Is it warmer or colder on Mars? It's a real interesting answer. We'll talk about that in just a few.
Right, Paul can't wait. Well, the city of Detroit will begin a search for a new fire commissioner. Current Commissioner Eric Jones has announced he's stepping down. His last day is set for next Friday. Jones has led the fire department since 2015 when he was appointed by Mayor Duggan. An interim commissioner will be named sometime next week. A permanent fire commissioner is expected to be selected by Mayor Duggan later this year.
Detroit Police Chief James White is touting some good news when it comes to the city's crime numbers.
In the second half of the year, shootings were down in the city, and the chief is crediting a major crackdown on one specific thing. So let's bring in Defender Sean Lay to help us go through those numbers. Sean, good evening.
A good evening to you, Kimberly. A big number really jumps out with these statistics. 7,800 guns taken off of Detroit streets.
When police talk crime statistics, the numbers represent people. The second half of 2021 in Detroit, when Chief White took over the Detroit Police Department, the city saw 105 fewer shootings.
105 people not being shot impacts that homicide number, right? I mean, a non-fatal shooting is a failed homicide. So if half of those numbers, those shootings had occurred, that homicide number it would likely be significantly higher than it is today.
Why are shootings down in Detroit when violent crime is raging in other big cities around the country? Detroit police working with the Wayne County Sheriff and federal law enforcement agencies focusing on taking illegal guns off of Detroit streets. The number of guns recovered in 2021 is staggering.
7,800 guns on evidence. That likely resulted in a number of people not meeting their demise. Getting 7,000 guns off the street there's likely a large number of funerals that did not have to happen. So
another crackdown that impacted crime last year, the focus on drifting and drag racing, resulting in felony arrests and gun recoveries. Wayne County Sheriff Raphael Washington says it all matters.
If you don't take care of the little things early, then they become big things.
Back here live, Chief White also concerned about a rise in sexual assaults in 2021 in the city, 18%. He said why in 2020 very few were actually reported during the heavy COVID lockdown year, and in 2021 it did go up 18%. Kimberly said that is going to be a focus for investigators going forward in 2022. Back to you.
Very good. Okay, Sean, thank you. A legend in the Detroit food world has passed away.
Coney King Chuck Karros, the second-generation owner of American Coney Island, died last week at the age of 88. His dad, Gust, created the iconic chili dog and opened the restaurant in 1917. But it was Chuck who helped make the restaurant what it is today. He kept it open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and he introduced the world to Coney fries and the Loose Burger. American Coney Island is now run by two of his children.